From the old weather-timbered waterfront at Leigh-on-Sea, the local fishermen are carrying on a 600 years old industry, raking for cockles on the sandbanks of the Thames estuary. The Osbornes, for instance, started their cockle business 80 years ago, and their boat, the Renown, still goes out to the sandbanks at all hours of the day and night according to the tides. This boat is actually Renown II. When Dunkirk sent out its call for the little ships, every cockle boat from Leigh answered the call, and the Osbornes' gallant little Renown never came back. As the boat threads its way along the narrow channels, soundings are taken in the shallow waters. When the sandbanks are reached, anchor is dropped, and then the fishermen must wait for the tide to go out. At low tide, they collect their baskets and rakes and wade out to the freshly exposed sand. The cockles are brought to the surface with a small wooden rake. And if you think this doesn't make the untried muscles ache, well, have a crack at it sometime. For actually scooping the cockles into the net, they use another rake with a deeper piece of wood to support the spikes. The two baskets, when full, weigh well over 100 weight, and a good day's catch is about 150 baskets full. Each basket represents a gallon of shelled cockles, selling at 1 6 a pint. Past Southend Pier and through the narrow creeks, the journey back is made on the high tide. Unloading of the cockles begins whatever the weather. Before they can be eaten, the cockles must be washed in fresh water, the shells steamed open in a metal container and separated from the edible parts by means of a sieve, and the cockles themselves washed in fresh water again and placed in brine. And what becomes of the shells? They go to the local parks to be crushed and used as paving. And so it's Cockles-o at the seafront stall and in the restaurant.